strange how we have started watching videos on how much money we all make and how we're finding ways to pay our bills. I see it popping up all the time on my feed. I make X working for Amazon. I make X working for Home Depot. And this is how I pay my bills. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm David the Hope Coach. I'm so glad you're here today. I know you're meant to be. I know constantly throughout my life that over and over the right message from the right person at the right time simply finds its way into my life, and it changes me for the better. And I trust that that's what today's message is going to do for you too. I'm going to dig deep. I'm going to get very personal. And by the way, we're filming in Melbourne, Australia at the moment. This is the Yarra River, and that's the beautiful city itself. So how much did I earn when I was working for somebody else as an employee? How much did I earn working 15-hour days? Well, I can tell you in Australian dollars, it was $28 an hour with no overtime, no pay beyond the 8-hour day. And I was earning approximately $850 Australian per week. That's probably less than $600 US per week. I haven't worked it out. But I can tell you, for under $30 an hour, I had one of the most challenging jobs you could ever imagine. You see, the job that I was being paid to do was drive a gigantic truck around the state of Victoria here in Australia, and the truck had on its tray a huge vacuum system which was made up of a chamber about the size of a bedroom, a hose that was 100 meters long, and my job was to drive out to work sites all around Victoria where there were portable toilets, and my job was to clean those and to suck the contents of those toilets out with this gigantic vacuum. I would then fill the toilet with clean water, throw in the anti-smell tablets, and after cleaning 30, 40, 70 toilets per day, I would drive back to the depot and then reverse the process, where I would empty the contents of the truck into a gigantic pit. So I would start the day at around 4 a.m. in the morning, 3:30 I think it was. I would get out of bed, have a quick shower, make a coffee, and drive an hour to where the truck was based, unpaid. I would then fill up the truck with all the contents needed, water, the chemical tablets, the anti-smell, everything that was needed, fuel, and head off for the day. By the end of the day, it was often 6 p.m. in the evening, and then I would have to drive back to my home another hour at least, but in congested traffic it was often 2+ hours, and so there you have your 15-hour days. I'm not going to say it was my favourite job ever, but I will tell you this, and this is where it gets really important. Doing that job gave me the opportunity to work on myself, to dive deeply into who I was. There were times when I was driving that truck where I literally wanted to end my life. But there were other times, and this is where my true journey began, where I started educating myself through podcasts. I could listen to dozens of podcasts per day from some of the great minds of the world, people who were really far ahead compared to me. And it fast-tracked the idea that I had of being able to quit my job, which I was losing money on, by the way, and start my own business. But what business would I start? And here's a great tip for anybody who's confused but knows they want a big change in their life. The way that I discovered what I was called to do was focusing on what the podcasts were that I was drawn to. And time again, it was self-help, but it was also owning and operating a cleaning business. And I'm not talking about me going out and cleaning myself. It was about setting up a business that right from the start was set up to grow, to employ people, to make other people the stars of the show. And so I guess for the first, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was 12 or 14 months, it was a one-man show while I was being coached on how to run the business, not how to clean windows, not how to use a pressure washer. I learned that out from YouTube and from mistakes, believe me. But 12 to 14 months into that journey, I felt like I really was becoming an expert in cleaning, the physical job of cleaning, so I knew that I could teach others to do it. I just happen to be a really good teacher, and I can teach people how to do a task well. The key there is to find people who are a similar mindset to you, where they care about your clients as much as you do, where they want the best outcome for them, where they give your clients an unbelievable experience. That's when your business will blow up. So I focused on that. I focused on finding another person like me, and that happened very quickly. When you're looking for something and you're focused and you know what you want, invariably that will turn up for you. So how am I going in the business? Well, almost immediately my goal was to replace my terrible salary from the vacuum truck, and within a few weeks I was earning at least that, if not more. But I wasn't banking very much because I was reinvesting in the business. So from the outside, if you asked an accountant, if you asked my friends and family, they would absolutely think that I was still struggling. So 6 months in, 8 months in, I'm still reinvesting. 12 months in, still reinvesting. Then I bring on an employee and my income jumps fairly dramatically because I've suddenly got both of us working in the business, but I'm still reinvesting. And then an amazing thing happened. Using systems and repeating the process, I employed a second employee, and essentially those two were doing all the work. I was doing very little of the work. I was coaching them, I was showing them techniques of how to clean, but the income, it didn't just go up again by a third, it more than doubled. And I was then able to step back and work on the business. And that's when the magic happened. Debbie and I started having enough money for going out for nice dinners or going away for a weekend at a nice hotel. We were able to upgrade our car. Nothing special, it was still another work vehicle, but it was a nice vehicle. Really reliable, really comfortable. And it showed that we were on the right track. And then I thought, well, let's go again. So we put another person on. And it happened again. The income went up by more than what I thought it would. And so we've done that a number of times now. And we're really living a blessed life now. We don't know if we want to grow it anymore. We don't really need to. But now we can pay our bills easily. Now we can think about a nicer place to live, closer to the beaches here in Australia. They're beautiful. But what I'm saying to you is this, and it's so important that you hear this. Working for somebody else is going to make you just enough money, if that. In my case, it didn't. But if you've got a burning desire to start a cooking business, a baking business, a cleaning business, a painting business, a plumbing business, an electrical business, make it something where you're serving people, fixing phone screens, whatever it is. If you've got a heart to serve, if you want to give people a great experience, then I know for a fact, I know it, because I've seen it dozens and dozens of times with friends and colleagues who have seen what I've done and gone out and copied it. And they've got a great life now as well. So if you've got a heart to serve, if you want to give, if you want people to enjoy their lives, and by the way, if you do that, you'll enjoy your life as well, then I would encourage you, start working out a way to jump into that new business. It could be part-time, it could be weekends, it could be evenings. Start replacing your salary. Or if you're really courageous and you're obsessed with what you're doing, then I would encourage you to cut the employment lifeline off. It's not a lifeline. It's absolutely holding you back from a great life. It's holding you back from achieving great things and serving people from your heart, not just because you're getting paid to do it. I know know that's hard to ask of anybody, but I'm encouraging you. I'm giving you hope that I know that this works. I know that even in my darkest times as a solopreneur, it was still much better than my happiest times as an employee. So what are some of the key steps to making this happen? I say this over and over, and I'm going to say it again. I'm not embarrassed to, because it's good stuff. It's going to help you. Educate yourself. Jump on YouTube and learn as much as you possibly can from as many content creators as you can about the service that you want to offer. Just start doing it. Start getting in there and serving. Whether it's a free clean that you advertise on Facebook or Google, start doing it. Do it after work, a couple of hours each night, or 5 or 6 hours each Saturday, Sunday. Start doing it. Oh, and by the way, if you are educating yourself in the way that I am, people will suddenly know that you are the expert in the industry, and people will start referring you to their friends and family. That happens to me time and time again. I give people free advice and they think that I'm amazing. They'll give me a 5-star review and they'll tell their friends and family about me. It just happens time and time again. When you first start, don't have too many distractions. Have a focus on the thing that gives you joy, to give other people joy. When you start doing things that are outside your comfort zone, you don't do them as well. They take a lot longer, and you don't make as much money, and you don't give the client that wonderful experience. Stick to what you know and do it really well. The rest will take care of itself. Now here's a big one. At the moment, you might be where I was, surrounded by people who are not experts in what you're wanting to achieve. What do you do about that? Well, you've got to change your surroundings. You've got to surround yourself with the people that will lift you up, the people that have already done it, the people that know how to overcome the obstacles. I'm sorry to say this, but friends and family, very possibly, most of the time, they're just holding you back. They intend the best for you, but the advice they give you is not from a place of expertise or experience or knowledge. It's just from a place of caring. And unfortunately, that message that they will plant in your brain will hold you back. It will destroy the dream. It will stop you becoming everything you deserve to become. It will stop you from living a life of great enjoyment that you deserve. So educate yourself. Surround yourself with the right people. Stay focused on the key area of service that you are an expert at. I can guarantee you this: if you have the courage to stop your employment and to start doing these things, not only will you be successful, but you will be a blessing to many around you. You will inspire people. You will give other people, employees, a life better than they currently have. It's just amazing what's possible if you have the courage to do these things, and they're simple. If you found that you've got to this far in the video and you've felt inspired, I want you to do me a favor. I'm asking you to help other people. And it's free. It takes 5 seconds. Would you please go to the comment section? And in there, I want you to write one word. And that word is freedom. I want you to have freedom. I want you to have success. I want you to know the joy and the privilege that this freedom, this newfound freedom will bring you. So please go to the comments section and put in there the word freedom. It'll tell the algorithm that this is an important message, that you've benefited from it, and that others will also. I love you guys. I thank you for being part of this journey. I'm praying for you. That's it for me today. Hope Coach out.